Matt, what are you doing? Your cylinder heads are missing. Well, those were stock ported guys, and I thought it would be fun to go even fancier. My engine builder has his own cylinder heads coming out. I don't know if they're out now or I got a little preview cylinder head here. I should unbag these and show you how beautiful these are, but they're cathedral port. They're cathedral port, but they have a LS3 valve setup, the offset intake valve, and I'm gonna slap them on here. So I did it in many other videos, so maybe I'll just time lapse, or I'll just skip ahead. I'll do that BS YouTube stuff and just skip ahead. I've done it so many times. I'll just show you how nice the cylinder heads are by themselves. And then also, I put in like the ugliest 6-liter lifters that I had that were filthy. And my buddy that owns the dyno has these lifters that have like 0 miles on them from his cammed 5.3 truck. I'm gonna put these in because they're much nicer, and I think those are new buckets. So I'm gonna swap the lifters out that were disgusting. Actually, here, let's pull them out for you guys. I'll show you how. I don't remember how nasty they look. Let me do my hot shoe mount here. Let's see how ugly they look. They were not pretty. Sorry if I'm sniffling. There's bad allergy stuff here. Yeah, look how filthy these are. Here. Look at, they're brown and black. They have a ton of miles on them. So, seeing as how it's a fresh motor and I don't want to disappoint everybody associated with this, I figured, what the hell? Swap them out with nice ones. Okay, I'll be back. So, we got one of these fancy pants. They're actually 6-bolt in case I ever want to upgrade. I mean, it also alleviates an issue for him. And then another thing I noticed is he showed me, it's hard to see in here, but the deck is way thicker in here than it is on a stock cylinder head for like, that's why I was like, why do people do aftermarket heads? The stock ones are so good. And a lot of people were like, well, the deck surface is much thicker and therefore helps out much more with keeping the head down. Less flex, less bleeding coolant. So, we're gonna move on. Bye. So, I guess I'll film it when I get this flipped back around. Oh yeah, kick things. My garage is a disaster. Too many projects going on. So, my only dilemma is, I believe these heads are taller or something because the stock 740 push rods do not fit. Maybe it's something with the valve stems or the whole cylinder head or something. I sent a message to my buddy Matt, the engine builder, and we'll see what he says. But honestly, push rods are very easy to install. So I'll just throw valve covers on this thing and start getting it in for mock-up. And we'll see about, maybe I can pay him to come down and do a push length checker with our push rod length checker with me, since this is all, here's the woes of the custom engine stuff, right? So I'm learning, but $100 for push rods, whew, that word escaped me for a second, is no big deal, and there's plenty of those everywhere. So I am getting ready to do the Holley oil pan. I put the windage tray in. I have all the other parts, the oil pan bolts, the gasket is over there, and then the windage tray didn't come with one. They assume you have them on the motor. This is obviously a filthy one that I had in my attic storage warehouse. And you have to cut the pan because of how high this tube is for clearance, because of how awesomely clear, tons of room on this pan. It's incredible. And I had to get 13mm bolts for the studs. Oh, and this, the pickup has 2 bolts. And it comes with a Freshie O-ring that I put high temp axle grease stuff on. And then I realized I didn't have those 13 mils for my thing. So does everybody else dump out their recycling bucket full of extra LS bolts? So I secured all the 13s I needed. I'm gonna wrap them in quick and move on to the pan, and then put the oil filter screw in and everything else. Okay, so I made a boo-boo. The pan is so short in the nose that you need to cut the whole front of the windage tray out. See, it was, see, it was hitting right here. And it even says in the instructions to cut more of it out than I thought, but now I remember that I had to do that. So I Sawzalled it quick. That's what the Sawzall and the pan is over there for. I blasted it with the Sawzall. It's slightly cleaner because I had like a half a can of brake clean and I just hosed the whole damn thing. Why not? So it's a tiny bit cleaner. And another pro tip, you can get this one on with like a ratcheting wrench or something else, but you might as well blow this one down with your impact gun to make it easier, and then the rest of them you can hit. So I'm gonna test fit it again and try to get the bolts in. The pan would not sit flat, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And I'm like, oh yeah, you have to cut the hole. See, they have very precise measurements for this, but I just blitzed it down through there. I went halfway through this bolt hole, but obviously it grabs most of it with the flat crown or whatever you want to call it. Okay, we'll fit the pan now, bye. Rotatoes. There's the hoist. There's Mr. Motor. I got the motor mounts on. I think I remember having to do this before. They didn't perfectly line up. I just drilled them a little bit bigger, and 1, 2, 3. So, got the motor mounts on. Got this guy ready to go. I'm not going to put the tranny on yet because I know I'm going to have to do a lot to fit the tranny. So tonight, I think I'm just going to drop this in, see what it looks like. Gotta go pick up the Hydro Boost. Every time I see that, I have to remember to call that guy. And I want to put that on first thing, just set it on and see if the hood line will clear it. If it will, that'll be awesome. I want to run that, and that's my story for now. I'm sticking to it. Bye.